Thanks, Valerie. Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started just like we usually do. Let's find all that length in our vertebrae here. Chin tucking back for 10. Let's get ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's just take a moment to reset. Get that length back up. Head turn side to side. Our next. Ready and begin. Turn at the center. Turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, we are going to go into our warm up here. Almost same warm up as the last 2 weeks. I just switched one thing around on it. So if you were with me last 2 weeks, the first one we did here was our chair hinge to our heel raise. Okay, so we are just hinging our hips back. And as our hips move back, we're tapping our hands overhead to the back of the chair behind me, okay? And standing up, coming into a heel raise, okay? You can also do this against the wall, and you can adjust how low you go down. You know, if you want to use the wall, you might feel better right about here, okay? And then coming up, so use that wall as an option as well, okay? If you're seated, we are just going to go ahead and hinge forward with a Y raise. Feel a nice stretch through the back of the body, okay? And then come back to upright, lift those heels, and repeat that pattern, okay? So that's our first exercise here. Let's get ready. 30 seconds in. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Let me turn that down just a smidge. Hinge. Warming up the back side of the body here. Moving at a pace that feels good for you as we wake everything up. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, next one's going to look the same, seated or standing. Rope pull down, okay? So if you're standing with me, just make sure you have a nice pelvic tuck, keep those glutes engaged, okay? And shorten the space from your hips to your rib cage. Ready? And begin. Here we go. We're trying to bring a little bit of intensity, a little bit of power as we pull down quickly. 5 more seconds here. 2, and 1. Okay, next we are going into our rotational hip movements here, okay? So it's going to look the same, pretty similar seated. Okay, if you're seated, you're going to be coming over and out, alternating, okay? Or not alternating. And if you're standing, here we are. We're going to lift our knee up, out, flick the heel, wrap it around, bring it back, unflick, bring it forward and down, up, out, flick, wrap, unwrap, unflick, bring it back. One more this side, then we're going to the other side. Flick, wrap, unwrap, unflick, bring it back. Okay, other side. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So we're going to bring that knee up, out, flick the heel, wrap the knee around, unwrap the knee, unflick the heel, bring it forward, and then down, up, out, flick, wrap, unwrap, unflick, forward, down, up, out, flick, wrap, unwrap, unflick, forward, and down. Nice. Okay. Next one we're going to do here is a balance pose. Okay, so we are going to try for 30 seconds. Okay, so it's going to be longer than we usually do. So if you need to tap your toes down, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to do a 30-second balance pose and see if we can do our goal post fly with internal, external rotation through it. Okay, 30 seconds, shake it out. 30 seconds other side. Let's get ready and begin. Here we go. Remember, we're looking for a focal point somewhere in front of us to help stare at so that we can maintain balance a little better. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out here. 5 seconds. We're going to the other side. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. We are back on other side bouncing. First, I put my timer like somewhat behind me while I do this. That's just increasing my challenge to look over it. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys. All right, we are going to go ahead and get into our core workout now. Okay, so this is the same one as last week. I didn't change anything on the core. We're going to do 3 rounds straight through, 4 exercises, 1 we repeat on either side. Okay, 30 seconds each, 10 seconds in between. We are starting with an overhead hold march with either regular march here. You can even hold a single dumbbell if you're looking for a little more challenge. Okay, this is an option just to hold it overhead. You don't have to here. We're either going to do a march, okay, or if you want a little more here, you can do little quick taps. Okay, just find your best option here. Okay, this is all core here. We're trying to work on those deep core muscles. All right, so let's get ready. Overhead hold with either the seated march or quick taps, option to hold a dumbbell. 30 seconds. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so overhead hold here. I'm trying to shorten the space between my rib cage and my hips here. Okay, hollow, like carving the core out, rounding a little bit here. So we're either here like this, or they're both really great options. We have 10 more seconds here. Then we're going to go into these side-to-side pogo hops. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so our arms are going to come down now, and we're still shortening that space from our rib cage to our hips, and we're pogo hopping. All right, here we go. Just tapping my toes down, trying to lift them up and over, swooping back, right? I'm closer towards the edge of my chair so I can lean back and create that shortness between my hips and my rib cages here. Probably feeling those hip flexors work. Quality over quantity. If you need a little extra rest, please take it. 3, 2, and 1. Whoo, that one's tough. Okay. Next, we're going into that 4 count Russian twist. 2, 3, 4, and then arms come forward, lean forward, and bring it back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it forward, bring it back. 2, 3, 4. Bring it forward, bring it back. Think about your body rotating around your spine there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next one, my favorite. We're going to get into that plie stance here. Okay, nice wide stance. We're going to laterally bend and then press and rotate. Here we go, all one side. Get really nice spinal lateral flexion here. You should feel that nice deep stretch all the way down from your hip and all the way up through your arm. Exhale on that rotation there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to set up and do the other side, and we're back to the top. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Lateral bend and rotate. Really think of that palm when you rotate, pushing something away with the palm of the hand. Ten more seconds, then we're back to the top. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, moving right along. Again, either overhead hold or just hands overhead, march or quick taps. Let's shorten that space right here. Ready? Begin. So quick taps, or they're both really good movements. Okay, so maybe even play around with both the options, see which one feels more appropriate for you. Pull that belly button back with every exhale as that knee drives up. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, arms on either side. Still shortening that space from the hips to the rib cage, scooping the core, pogo hops. Ready? And begin. Woo, halfway, right? These are hard. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, man, okay. 4 count Russian twist to forward reach and pulling it back. Let's get ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it forward, bring it back. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, back to our plie stance, lateral bend to rotation. Ready? And begin. Reach. Ten more seconds this side. 3, 2, and 1. All right, other side. And then we've got one more round through. 3, 2, and 1. Reach and press. Think about all the movement we're creating in our spine here. Lateral flexion, forward and back flexion, rotation. 2 and 1. Okay, back to the top. Final round through. Okay, overhead march or quick taps. Option to hold a dumbbell. Ready? Begin. Remember, shortening that space between from your ribs to your hips there, right? Hollowing out the stomach, pulling the belly button back. Really focus on that little scoop. Three, 2, and 1. Okay. Final set of these pogo hops. All right. Hands on the side of the hair, shortening that space again. Ready? And begin. Huh. These little over. Almost done. 10 seconds with these. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my. Okay. Russian twist, forward, reach, and back. Ready? Scooping and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it forward. Bring it back. Five seconds here. And time. Okay. Plie to lateral bend all on one side. Ready? And begin. Reach and rotate. Ten more seconds this side. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Other side, and then we're on to our first circuit. Ready? And begin. Reach and press. Rotate and press. Ten seconds. 2, and 1. All right, nice work, guys. Core circuit check. All right, so next 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds in between. We are doing a bent over row. So we typically do a hinge in a row, but since it's 30 seconds, the whole 30 seconds, we're going to be bent over in our hinged position, right? So my hips are back, my belly button's pulled back towards my spine, okay? And from here, I'm rowing into the pockets, right? Into the pocket. So once I'm in that bent over position, I'm just staying there, engaging my lats as I pull these dumbbells up towards my pockets, okay? So really working here, okay? After that, we are still doing our split squats, okay? So still on that 30-second roll here. All right, so we're just going to, we can hold onto the front of our chair, the side of our chair, or no chair. All right, get into that split stance position. Once our feet are in the right spot, they stay there. Back knee lowers down towards the floor, and then we drive up through the front heel, okay? Back knee down, drive up through the front, all right? Then the other side, and then the last one we're doing in this one, 30 seconds of work, is a seated overhead press, okay? So I'm going to press with a neutral grip, knuckles out to the side, and then I'm going to stand up, okay? Press, stand up, all right? If you need an option, maybe a lateral raise, stand up, okay? Or just do the squat. All right, guys. And if you're seated on that one, leg extension, leg extension. All right, bend over row, 30 seconds of work. If you're seated for this one, just bend over like so. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1, okay? So rolling shoulders back and down, belly button to spine, just the row. We're not hinging, we're just staying in this bent over position. focused on that lat muscle. Feeling it work as we pull those dumbbells back. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Split squat. If you're seated, you're going to do one leg extension or leg press. Okay. Ready? And begin. Okay. So you can hold onto your chair, back knee down, drive through the front heel, all one side. Predominantly working this front leg. That doesn't mean you don't feel the back leg, okay? But our focus is really trying to contract those muscles, glutes and quads in the front leg. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, same thing, other side here. Getting into that split stance position. Ready? And begin. Back knee down, driving through the front heel. Really try to engage through that glute as you drive up through the heel. Three, 2, and 1. Okay. Seated overhead press or lateral raise into a front squat. Ready? Begin. Okay, so press, bring it back down, stand up, sit down. At your pace, with your good quality. If this feels really aggressive next round, you could even end time. Next round, if you're like, oh, that was tough, you could even do one dumbbell and come up like this, okay? Just another option there. We're back to the top, guys. Bent over row. Ready? And begin. Got to really talk to those lat muscles, those big muscles behind our rib cage in the upper body, or in the back of our rib cage, that side of the body. Five more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to those split squats. All right. Split stance or that seated leg press. Ready? And begin. Back knee down, driving through the front heel. Ten more seconds on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Other side coming up. Getting into split stance. Let's get ready and begin. Back knee down. Drive through the front heel, okay? That back knee does not have to touch the floor, right? We're just dropping that back knee down towards the floor, okay? Five more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Back to our over seated press to front squat. Ready? And begin. Press. Stand. Halfway through this one. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Whew. One more round through, guys. Going back to those bent over rows. Seated or standing. Let's get ready. 3, 2, and 1. Hinge those hips back. Belly button to spine. Protect your lower back. Remember, our lats are pulling those dumbbells up. Feel them engage. Talk to them. Final set of everything in this circuit. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Final set of our split squats or your seated leg press. Ready? Begin. Back knee down. Drive through the front. Halfway on this leg. Five seconds. 2, and 1. Whew. Other side. Almost done with these split squats. Let's set up. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Down. Driving through the front. Okay. Really focused. I'm really trying to keep this engaged for maximum stability. Five more seconds here. 2, and 1. Excellent. All right. Final set of our seated press to front squat or stand. 3, 2, and 1. Overhead press. Stand it up. All right. We get a lot of core recruitment when we're standing up from our squat with our weights up high. Whew, I'm getting sweaty, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are done that 8-minute circuit there. Whew, that was tough. Recover, get your drinks, hydrate. 45, 15 is next. Just one set of dumbbells in this one. This one's going to be a little more body weight. And one set of lighter dumbbells, okay? So this circuit, the first one we're going to do, cardio-esque and also posture correction, okay? So just our goalpost flies with a lateral side step. If you'd like to increase the challenge for your side glutes and you want to just do you could do a half jack as well, okay, with a flexed foot, and you'll feel these muscles engaging a little more. Either is acceptable, okay? Either way, we're getting into those sides. It's going to look the same seated, okay? All right. After that, our goalpost hinge, okay? So still maintaining that goalpost. We do this in our warm-up sometime, but we're going to go ahead and hinge, extend, pull it back, okay? So still working our upper back and also our backside of our body, our glutes and our hamstrings. After that, light weights. This is the only one we'll need weights on, okay? We're going to do a suitcase squat to a curl, okay? So it's going to be squat, curl. So it's like we're picking up suitcases off the ground, which are our dumbbells, and then we're coming, as we drive up, we curl up as well, okay? Okay, so it's one swift movement there. And then our last one is our sweep, tap, knee raise again, or our sweep, knee raise, okay? Our over and under to our knee raise. All right, guys, let's get ready. Let's see if we can elevate this heart rate a little bit more here. Work on that heart muscle. Okay, goalpost fly with our side steps or half jacks. Let's get ready and begin. All right, or maybe you do half and half. I'll do half and half just so I demo them both here. Keeping that belly button pulled back the entire time, right? We won't always get in the habit of just trying to keep that belly button directed towards our spine. All right, we're about halfway here, so I'm just going to show that half jack combo. I'm trying to lead with the heel of my foot if you're doing this one with me. Upper body should be feeling on fire right now on the back side of the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Woo, shake it out. We're not done with that position though, okay? So now we're going to do our extend out when we're forward folded here, okay? Feet are under hips or shoulders, toes forward. Getting that goalpost arm position. Here we go. Push the hips back, extend the fingertips forward, pull the elbows back, push the hips forward, okay? Move at a pace that feels like your rhythm. Nice strong glute squeeze as you drive those hips forward. 3, 2, and 1. Good. I hope you guys are feeling your back there. There are 2 body weight movements, but that's, whew, when we do it like that back to back, you can really start to feel that work. All right, guys, light dumbbells here. Suitcase squat right into a bicep curl. Here we go. So we're going to suitcase squat, curl, hammer curl. So the knuckles stay out to the side in both the squat and our curl here. Okay, you can even kind of make it a little more fluid here if you like, or keep them separate if that feels too aggressive, where we just squat, curl, okay? Weights in the heel of the foot, belly button's pulled back, neutral alignment, stare at some fixed point on the floor in front of you. Keep your neck in alignment with the rest of your spine. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my, okay. Sweep or our under and over to that knee raise, okay? Ready? And begin. Under and over, tap, knee raise, under and over, knee raise, either or. All right, we're just imagining that imaginary rope. We got to get our head and body under. 10 more seconds here. And then we are back to the top. 3, 2, whew, and 1. All right. Back to the top. Okay, side steps or the half jacks, okay? Let's get ready. And begin. Remember, belly button is spine. That trunk, anytime when we have this nice control over our trunk, that gives us a stable base for our limbs to work off, right? All right, we provide the support and stability through our trunk to be able to pull these elbows back and get into the muscles in the backs of our shoulders that we're trying to reach. We have 15 more seconds here. Remember, you could always do your side to side if you like. Whatever feels better for you. They're both challenging. 3, 2, 1. Whoo, shake that out. Shake it out. We're going into that goalpost hinge next. All right, so we just worked the back of the shoulders this way. Now we're going to work them this way, okay? Let's get ready. Feet underneath those hips. Goalpost, here we go. Hinge, extend, pull those elbows back. When we're doing this hinge, right here, when our elbows pull back, engage those lats, those muscles in the back of the rib cage there. Think of squeezing. Almost like if you were at a pull-up bar, you're thinking of your elbows pulling back as you lifting your head up over that pull-up bar. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. On to our squat with the bicep curl combo. Suitcase squat. All right, find that neutral point on the floor somewhere in front of you to look at. Keep that neck in line with the spine. Here we go. Hips sink back. Curl. Okay. Halfway. Five more seconds here. 2 and 1. Okay. Whew. Slip rope with that knee raise. Big deep breath. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Under and over. Tap, knee raise, or under and over, knee raise. If you feel like you've got pretty good mastery of this, really try to use that opposite hand foot pattern, right? As your left knee goes up, your right arm goes up, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Whew, guys, tough one today. All right, we've got one more. Go at your own speed. If you need to take a little extra rest, you know what to do here, okay? Final set of everything. Back to those side steps with our goalpost fly. Ready? Begin. Our shoulders and our hips are really important anchors for our spine. So right now we're kind of getting the best of both here with our side step, working on side hip muscles here. And of course, all those muscles in the back of our shoulder and getting a little stretch out of the front of the shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, all done with those. Check. Deep breaths. Okay. Going back to that goalpost hinge, right? So it's on this portion right here where I really want you to think of squeezing right here, okay? All right, here we go, guys. Ready? And begin. Let's hinge. Extend the arms long right here. Squeeze those lats as you pull those elbows back and then come back up to standing. Belly button to spine the whole time. "15 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, goodness gracious. All done with those, guys. Squat to curl. Suitcase squat, right? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like we're like sinking down to get 2 suitcases off the floor. Ready? And begin. Pick them up, hammer curl. When we are doing this hammer curl, you should feel your glutes engaged and your belly button pulled back, right? Should feel a lot of tension through the glutes and the core here, right here. Right here, okay? That's what we're searching for. Your pace, guys, okay? Quality over quantity. We have 10 seconds left. Woo, 5, 2, and 1. Oh my, guys. Okay. Slip rope with that balance pose. Final exercise, guys. Deep breath. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Underneath. Remember, if you feel you've got good mastery on this one, really try to dial in on that opposite hand and foot pattern. Whew. 15 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. All right, guys, nice work here. Recover. Ooh, that was tough today. Hopefully you guys were okay with that one. We'll take a moment to cool down here, okay? We did a lot of work on the back side of the body today. So let's start with a standing hamstring stretch, okay? You could do the seated too and just kind of bend your leg out like this as well. You don't have to stand. If you have any type of elevation, you want to pop that heel up. You're just going to hinge through that hip, right? Feel that stretch through the back of the leg here. Do one leg at a time for the stretch today. All right, when you're ready, same thing, other leg. Ooh. Few more seconds here. Good. Let's go ahead and seat it down. Before we move further up the body, let's just hit up our ankles. Okay, flexing and pointing. Ankle health is important, right? And then doing your circles. Same thing, other side, about 5. All right, so next, let's go into a thoracic rotation. So we're just going to take our palms to one side. We're going to arc them over, trying to look across that back shoulder there and just feeling nice and lengthened through your spine and just feeling that rotation through your ribs. When you're ready, same thing, other side. And then back to center. We're going to get the backs of the shoulders. We did a lot of work there today too. So keeping that arm low. We don't want it to, our shoulder to rise up into our ear here. Okay, so keep it down and over. Okay, you might feel, if you're really tight, you might feel some stretching in the front right here. But we're trying to feel it around that shoulder blade in the back there. Okay, just try to think of stretching through there, maybe a little, like, as long as it doesn't hurt, obviously, like a little neck tilt or something to try to search for that stretch. Right, a little intuitive. Good. Let's go ahead and release that side. Same thing, other side here. That's it. Let's give a couple shoulder rolls back here. And when you're ready, let's take a big inhale up. Exhale. Palms to heart. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale. Palms to heart. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you all enjoyed that tough workout. And I look forward to the next one.